I'm upset.
Kinetic.
The maniac. Good evening, good people. It's I, the Maze Math Man. I'm upset. Good evening, good people. It is I, the Maze Madman. We are back. It seems like we just left y'all, but we back. Got my guy with me.
The maniac.
And I know a lot of y'all was out there like, yo, he be fronting, man. He told us he was gonna have Jamar Browder on, and then we got up here and there was no Jamar Browder, and they were talking about getting drunk in their teen years and all of that. But I deliver, ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, Michigan's next star wide receiver, Jamar Browder. Ladies and gentlemen, what's good?
Oh, what's up? What's up?
What's up, man? Yo, first of all, thank you for accepting the interview. This has been a long time coming, man. I appreciate you, big dog. First things first, man. Walk us through. You get to campus. What's the difference between high school and college? The biggest difference for you?
The biggest difference I would say is maybe the schoolwork. You got to go to school. You know?
No doubt.
It would be
Look. Okay. Maniac, what you got?
Yeah, man. So, Jamar, listen, first of all, man, we know at one time you was committed to NC State. You flipped that commitment to Michigan. What was the ultimate deciding factor in choosing Michigan?
just the stage, and the atmosphere. I knew, or I felt like I would shine anywhere I went. So it was really just a matter of the exposure. Would I rather shine in front of 30,000 people or 100,000 people? So I was going to do my thing regardless. It was just about the crowd and the exposure I was going to get. So that's really what it was, just the crowd and the level.
That's what's up, man. One of the questions I got for you, what are your team goals and your individual goals for your freshman season?
Team goals, make it to the playoffs. Like realistically, we could win the championship, but without coming off as like cocky and bull, I would say at least making the playoffs. And individual goals, I would say, I was gonna say 3 touchdowns, but I'm not gonna lowball myself. I'd say like 5 touchdowns. And
like it.
And any amount of yards would do. 5 touchdowns though, for sure.
No doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt. We appreciate those 5 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Definitely. So Jamar, we know right now, right? Michigan had a very competitive wide receiver room. You know, how is that room coming together as a collective? And at the same time, it's competition. The man to your right, the man to your left is your competition. But how y'all also keep it a brotherhood along with a competition?
It really come down to just not hating on one another, because we all there for the same reason, or most of us are there for the same reason, and that's to go to the league. So, if you better than me, that's just what it is. But I'm not gonna say it. At the end of the day, we just gonna, you know what I'm saying, we just gonna have to see who better or who do what the first season. That's really what it is. You can't really let like the on field things affect like the out off the field things. You know what I'm saying? So.
No doubt.
You still really be mad. Like if I make a play, and you're not making plays. Like if you mad, like that's stupid. You know what I'm saying?
That's weird. Yeah, that's weird. That's weird energy for sure. Coming from Florida, man, you come up to Michigan where winters get cold. You know what I mean? Snow and all of that. What's that adjustment been like? Right, going from Lake Worth to Ann Arbor.
Yeah. So when I first got up here, which was like around December 20th, like I would wake up mad because got outside and like the wind just hits you in the face. Like it was not a good feeling at all. But you got to do it. Like in Florida, you can just wake up, you feel the same all throughout the day, same temperature, walk out with a smile on your face. When I got here, it's just like, bro, I knew it was gonna be cold, knew my face was gonna burn, my nose. Yeah, it was terrible. I really don't like it at all. But like it's summer right now though, so I'm cool.
No doubt.
Yeah. They also, so we know your position coach is Ron Bellamy, but they brought someone else in. Browder, we got Soup. How has he been, mentoring you guys as a unit?
Yeah, he's cool. He's more of like he teaches the little things, like the little details, like look the ball in when you catch. Like it might be common sense, but a lot of us like you're not thinking that. So whenever we catch the ball, he just reminds us eyes to the tuck. Don't run with the ball way out here. Ball security. When you at the top of the route, give head and eyes, like old school stuff. He's an old school guy, so if it worked back then, it should work now. Only thing that's different is guys might be a little faster, but everything else is still the same.
Yeah, no doubt. We got a question from the chat. My guy West Quiet, who actually was a walk-on at Michigan back before you were born. He said, "Did you ever make it back to Cedar Point after the rain?"
Oh yeah. I really don't even know why we went to Cedar Point, honestly.
Right. Take over Ohio, man. What else? Shout out to that though. One more from the chat. My guy David says, "Who's your favorite DB to go against in practice?"
I don't got one, man. That's a great
question. They all the ops, right?
They all the ops. Right. Yeah. Jamar Browder, man, it is obvious to me as a freshman, you have that physique. Because, Florida, I don't know what's in the water in that state, bro. That just breeds athletes, man. You have all the makeup to be an animal. What is it that you're doing in preparing? When you outside of practice, what is Jamar Browder doing mentally, physically to say, listen, man, I gotta be on my game all the time? What is it that you're doing outside when you get out of practice?
You gotta know the playbook. That's a given. So I'm not even gonna say that. You gotta get on the jugs 100 in season. Obviously, when it's like off season, you might slack a little bit. I'm not gonna be unrealistic and say I go. But I definitely do have that in my mind. Like whenever we have lift or like meetings, like I'll go get 100 jugs. So for the most part, it's 6 days a week. Or like me and Bryce would just like we'd be on some crazy stuff. Like we'll work out that day. Then we'll probably pull back up to the facility at like 12, 1, 2. Like I'll be posting it on my story. So
right.
Yeah.
I'm not even from here, so it's not like I have anything else better to do. So when man say he want to go up to the field, shit, like, okay, it is.
Hold on, you did, Jamar. You did say nothing to do, but I know the honeys. I know the honeys could be a distraction. You see, I got a maze idea. He's like, damn, he got me. I mean, listen. Just stay focused. We know what time it is. We men, man. I was your age once upon a time. But how you stay focused, from that, because it's just there, bro. You can't help yourself.
Listen, one is better. One is better than a lot.
There you go, man. Stay and whoever that one is, you heard him. In front of the world. He said the one is better than a lot, man. Shout out to her. Here's a question for you, man. What are you doing specifically? What parts of your game do you want to improve on before the season, or just throughout this freshman season? What parts of your game do you work on the most?
I'll definitely say top of the route. Mostly top of the route and getting in and out my breaks. Like I feel like I'm good at it, but you can never be like too good at anything. Like if I were to work on something, it would be that. Like when the ball in the air, like it's nothing you could do. So I'd say it's in and out the breaks and the top of the route for me.
No doubt.
Yeah. So we were at the spring game. We saw it live. How would you assess your performance, Jamar?
Sorry, whoever watched that, I'm sorry, man.
Hey, man, you at the one in the corner of the end zone, man. I thought you was coming down with that, man.
Yeah.
It was a good play though, by whoever that DB was. I don't remember who it was, but yeah.
Won't get no free clout, man. But it was good.
No doubt.
I just didn't hang on to it. And honestly, I ain't prepared myself for that game how I should have. I went to bed late. But yeah. So
Yeah, no doubt. No
No,
doubt.
but we respect your honesty, man. You know, I know how it is. Sometimes it's like whatever, man. But right now, what you running, Jamal? What you running? 4-4, 4-4-3?
4 or 5 coming like into college. And like I've never went to a camp. I went to one camp, but I've never been to a camp. So but I ran a 4-5 laser. That was the last time I got
Laser. Yeah,
That's
for
what's
your
up, man.
physique, that's scary, man. That's scary. Would you consider yourself a physical receiver or a finesse receiver or a little bit of both?
When you say finesse, like what you mean by finesse?
Finesse, like you're not really when they try to jam you at the line, you're just trying to run away from a poster saying, "Okay, little man, you want to stand in front of me? Hey, go over there," and then you run your route.
If about releases, I think of myself as a finesse, but when it comes to trying to bring me down, I'll say physical because like I'm not going down on the first person. So on the release, definitely finesse. I'm not really I'm not looking for contact. Like it might sound soft, but I'm not looking for contact. Like
No,
No,
no, no.
we get it. Yeah. Definitely.
like I will shot release somebody, but like that's probably my first option. It probably should be, but it's not right now. So
No doubt. What they got you listed? 6'5", 6'6"?
I
Um,
measured a whole bunch of things, but I'll say 6 words to be safe.
okay. That's the kind of obviously us being fans of Michigan football, watching that's the kind of receiver, that size anyway, the kind of a receiver we've been asking for as fans, right? And a playmaker. And we saw you go up and make some crazy catches in high school, one hand catches, all sorts of things. I think the thumbnail even for this video, while you at the bowl game making another one-handed catch, is that something that just comes naturally, or is that something you practice, or head tapping people?
I wouldn't say like I practice it. Like I go over it. Like on the jugs, I'll catch one left, one right, and then get into my catch routine.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe on like when I'm throwing around with a QB or whatever, we'll do like a few high point, like run, high point the ball, like flip my hips. Like so I go over it, but for the most part, like ball skill, you can't really train it. Like
Right.
it's kind of like fighting. Like you could learn how to fight, but like if you can't fight, you're gonna get beat up. You feel me? So
No doubt.
where it came from.
Yeah. So we know Bryce is Bryce, right? But talk to us about the other quarterbacks in the room. Jamal, has Mikey King been throwing the ball yet or not yet?
Nah, yeah, he's throwing it. Yeah.
Cool.
So how's he looking when he's doing him?
Yeah, they all look good. And any of them could start. Really, it's gonna come down to I don't know. It's gonna come down to something. I don't know what it's gonna come down to. But
Yeah.
He's like, I'm not the decision maker, man.
Yeah. And
shout out to that.
Chim Lisley's offense, is it an offense you grasping, or so far you 50-50 on there as far as getting the playbook down pat?
Nah, yeah. He definitely cool. Like as him being my first offensive coordinator in college, like I don't really have anything to base it upon, but like from what I see, like he's good. I like it. I get the ball.
That's what's important.
Just get me the ball,
Yeah,
man.
So look, Florida, obviously a hotbed. I think my man touched on it a little bit earlier. It seems like a lot of great athletes come out of Florida. A hotbed of recruiting talent. Michigan still trying to get some high level talent out of that state. When guys come on, their official visits, I know you're just a freshman, but do they lean on even, freshmen to, show guys around or give them advice when they come in for their visits and stuff like that?
From what I've seen, they do have a lot of freshmen like showing the other freshmen around. Some of the older guys too, though, but like a lot of the freshmen do show the freshmen around. Yeah, that's right.
No doubt, man. Another one other question. I'm gonna piggyback off of something else here. What's your favorite drill to do in practice and why?
I'm gonna get a charger real quick. You
Yeah.
said my favorite drill?
Yeah.
Like with the wide receivers, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good question. Maybe, damn. I'd say maybe we do a lot of drills. I don't really think I like any of them, honestly, but maybe, yeah, I don't like any of them, bro. I say over the shoulder, OTS.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, we do a lot of.
I feel you.
Yeah, so now that we done with the spring, next time you guys come in, it'll be fall practice. As far as the spring practice went, Jamal, who would you say is the clear-cut wide receiver one, if there is any in your eyes?
I can't even answer that. I'm a wide receiver. So.
Yeah. All right. All right.
You wide receiver one, absolutely, man.
No,
I'm not
I
mad
ain't
at
saying
that.
that. I'm just saying like I'm a wide receiver too, so I wouldn't be able to, put somebody over myself.
Right.
Yeah.
But
No
yeah,
respect.
everybody wide receiver one.
All right.
There we go. There we go.
Yeah.
And by the way, is that still like when you guys reconvene for fall camp? That's still like an open competition.
Oh, yeah. When it comes to that, yeah, nobody's spot. Yeah.
That's what's up, man. Your main recruiter, Ron Bellamy, I'm supposing for your recruitment last year. What do you think about Ron's personality? What is it about him that was able to, mesh well with yours?
Mesh well with me.
Yeah.
I would just say like he's I told him I need somebody that's like clear and honest with me. Like don't sugarcoat anything. If I'm doing bad, tell me I'm doing bad. If I'm not gonna play, tell me I'm not gonna play. If I have a chance of playing, tell me that. So like he's real honest with me on things like that, and I feel like he's like real mellow, but like he could take a joke because I'm not no like serious behind person. So I wouldn't want my coach to be like, what I'm saying, have no stick up his behind.
Right.
So I feel like he's pretty cool when it comes in terms of that. Coach Moore too. So I feel like they really let me be who I am, and but they know like I'm serious when it like comes time to be serious.
Absolutely. The season's right around the corner, man. Before you know it, it'll be here. What are some games you got circled on the calendar, if any?
I don't got no game circle. Every game, actually, I got every game circle.
That's what
Because
I'm
I
talking about.
perform the same way in every game. That's got to be the mindset going into it. So, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, man. So speaking of personality, Jamal, I'm a dude. I love the joke. I'm from New York City. That's how we were raised. Who's like one of the funniest dudes on the team, man? Is always joking around and making the team laugh.
Like a player or a coach?
Oh, player, because I know y'all be cutting ass on each other. I know that for a fact. Playing around though.
Probably like Fred or Jair.
Yeah, Jair definitely look like one of those. they be going in.
Yeah.
No doubt. My guy Keegan says, what's Tuttle's role in as a receiver coach? Jack Tuttle.
He writes the script for us and stuff like that. Like he helps us with the plays, and he'll help. Like since he was a QB, he like knows what the QBs are looking for and like when the receivers should show up and things like that. So, and he'll also help us like if the coaches are away or doing like coach stuff, he'll help us with like footwork and just like drills that they give him, and he'll just like make sure that we're doing them correctly and monitor us and stuff like that. So, but he's one of us. He's only 25, so
right. Yeah.
like it's cool to have him down there. So,
no doubt.
Yeah, and when we pulled up, we see backstage you was eating, and I like to ask the players this. So what's your diet consist of? Is you eat fast food? It doesn't matter. Veggies, fruits. What was Jamal's diet like?
I mean, I just had some fried chicken and fish and shrimp.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, where I'm like in Florida, I used to eat a lot of Caribbean food, like Jamaican food, Haitian food, like oxtail, stuff like that. But since I've been up here, it's not really a whole bunch of that. I eat fruits every day, take vitamins every day.
Mm-hmm.
Like acai bowl. Then like I'm a big foodie, so I like to go to food trucks. So I eat a lot of food trucks, whether it's tacos, chicken, like greasy chicken, whatever spin they put on it. Like so
I feel you. One, you know, I've been talking to you for a while, right? Trying to get this in the DMs, trying to get this thing scheduled. And I remember there was a time when during spring practice, where one of the veterans on the team came out, I forget who it was now, and mentioned you as one of the guys that was, that he noticed in practice making plays out there. What's that like to know that you're being noticed by guys that have been on this team 3-4 years, and they recognize you as a playmaker?
I don't know. It's a good feeling, I suppose. Like it's real. I'll probably say the same thing about them.
Yeah,
it's just I suppose it's a compliment, but like yeah, I don't really know. It's cool, I guess.
No doubt. Yeah. What's it like to face that Wink Martindale defense in practice?
They definitely making me better. I'll tell you that. So like a few things that I mentioned that I need to work on the top of the route and not my breaks. Like they exposed that for me. So like in high school, I was
killing people, right?
You feel me? So when I got to college, those are kind of just the things that I seen that I need to work on. So yeah, like the defense is definitely real.
No doubt.
And to you, what is the one thing you feel you have to work on the most?
Like as a receiver, or as a person, like outside of.
No, as a receiver and as a person as well. Yeah, we want to know that too.
As a person, I would say time management. Maybe time management could definitely be a little better.
Mm-hmm.
As a receiver, on the field, definitely the getting in and out, getting in and out my breaks.
Yeah,
because that.
All right. And which receivers did you admire growing up as a kid, man? Who was the ones, your favorite receivers that made you want to be a receiver?
I always wanted to be a receiver before even watching football, but receivers that I do like are Michael Thomas, AJ, and I really like T
Higgins. Yeah. All right, man. We got a couple more questions. We'll get you out of here. Describe, and I'm glad he asked this, your football journey coming up in Lake Worth, Florida. What did ultimately draw you to the sport and to play?
Well, like me realizing I can make money. That's really what it was. Like even as a little boy, I couldn't see myself working no regular job. I can't really have nobody telling me what to do or be on nobody's time and work regimen. And, like I don't want to do it for real. So I feel like the only way I'll listen to somebody is if it were to be in the football world.
Got you.
I mean, I ain't finna have no grown man or grown woman telling me what to do at 8:00 in the morning, and I'm not even getting paid for it. So I feel like it's definitely football. That's what it was for me, and I'm good at it. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm good at it at least, and yeah, that's what it was for real.
No doubt.
No. Yeah. So, who would you say who you resemble the most as a wide receiver? If I could say which receiver in the NFL your style is the closest to, which receiver that'd be?
Probably T. Higgins.
T. Higgins, yeah.
He's the beast.
Dude, that's a beast. But you know what, Jamar? You give me CeeDee Lamb vibes. I done told my team about this.
That is, I don't like being called CeeDee Lamb. It's because of my number. I'm gonna change my number though. But
no.
No doubt.
Nah,
So
I say it's the physique and the way you move. I mean, it's a compliment though, because CD is him though.
Yeah, facts.
You know.
Jamar, man, I'm gonna let you get out of here, brother. Thank you again for accepting the invite to come on the show. I know there's been a long time coming, and I know you're a busy man. You got a lot going on. Before we get out of here, tell the people where they can follow you, your socials, and all that. I know we got them strolling across the bottom if you weren't paying attention, people. But go ahead.
Yeah. So Instagram @eraflow. The spam, you don't need to worry about that. You'll find it. Twitter is Jamar Browder.
No doubt, man. Jamar Browder, ladies and gentlemen, 5 touchdowns freshman year incoming. Be on the watch out for that. Jamar, before we get out of here, tell the people the best YouTube Michigan channel in the world.
Damn, what's your YouTube channel? Made Mad Man. That's the
Let's
best.
Go. No doubt, man. I appreciate you, man. Until next time.
I appreciate
you. Yes, sir. Right. Jamar Browder, ladies and gentlemen. We were able to get it done.
Wow.
Man. That's what's important,
just wow. Right? And and it's funny, man. First of all, shout to Jamar Browder, man. Honestly, not because I'm a Michigan fan and not because I'm a fan of his, but his makeup, man, his physique, and his talent. You could see it. This guy, I think, he has the potential to have a good freshman season. I don't know about great. It can. But I think by his sophomore season, man, oh man, he's going to be a serious problem. So it's going to be interesting, man, to see how he, how it all plays out for him, man. But shout to him for giving us the opportunity, man. I was just, like I told you, man, I was just finishing doing the video. You're like, I said, nah, let's cook. I threw the apron on. Let's get back in the kitchen.
Yeah. Shout out to him too, man, for keeping his word tonight. We got to give him credit for that. He had a meeting, had an obligation. That's why he wasn't here when we originally scheduled it. But shout out to him. One thing that I thought was refreshing about the interview was his honesty, man. Super, super honest. Even about things that a lot of people wouldn't be so honest about, right? Like the actually having to go to school, right? And at the same time, super humble. At the same time, right? He was super humble, man. I love the answer about, when you brought up the distractions. We all know what those distractions are. His answer was real good. He's an authentic kid with a good head on his shoulder. And I want to see him succeed for sure.
No, man. Shout to, and look, and also speaking of honesty, when I brought up, as soon as I brought up the spring game, he just said, yeah, man. Like, I respect it. He understands that, you know what? He didn't dare say, nah, I played well. Nah, because I want to hear it. And that is only going to make him a better player. Because he understands, I can't let that happen again, man. So I'm definitely excited to see what the future holds for Jamar Browder.
Yes, sir. Look at Troy, the Dallas fan. He's a Dallas Cowboy fan. you know what's wrong with CD. No, I'm joking. CD is a beast. I ain't gonna hold that.
Yeah. CD.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we did it. We said we were gonna do something. We followed through, got it done.
It was a little delayed. It was a little delayed.
But shout out to all of y'all, man, who rocked with us tonight. 205 people, 206 people joined us at some point, man. I appreciate y'all. Until next time, you know the slogan. Before we do that, Maniac, tell the people where they can find you.
Go blue_maniac_24. Follow me on Instagram. Now I'm gonna really start putting out more content, being that we're getting closer to the season, man. So go there, support your boy.
Absolutely, definitely. Also, I think YouTube of the same name, Go Blue Maniac, definitely go check that out. Because some of that content will be shifted over there as well. And of course, you know where to find me at Maze Madman everywhere. Until next time, stay angry, my friends. I'm upset.
Ladies and gentlemen, this might be our best season ever. My ratings, they're about to go through the roof.
All right, now I'ma calm down. So I just don't get that all that maze and that lock and all that. I just don't get it. So. And how the
Oh my God.